What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and you're back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Alright, I'm getting tired of seeing this all over Twitter and Reddit and whatever you can think of. The vast minority, of the player base is just whining, complaining, throwing temper tantrums because they didn't get what they expected during the Dokkan now. But the big thing that they're not understanding, and I know a lot of people aren't understanding this, is you have to look at it from the viewpoint of they're a business. They're not here to do what's best solely for the players. They're here to do what's best for the players as well as the business. So from the business side, they know 90% of you, if not more, are going to summon hard for the new UI. They know a lot of you aren't going to summon for Topo. You also got to look at the standpoint of the Dokkan Nows, if you watch them and pay attention to the viewership and how many people actually show up to the Dokkan Nows, are a small minority of the player base. We had at maybe maximum 20,000 players show up, 20,000 viewers show up for the Dokkan Now. Maybe if you count all the other content creators that did a live stream, sure, you could probably push 25,000, 30,000. But looking at it as a whole, you have at most 30,000 players actively shown up to the Dokkan Now. So, that being said, those 30,000 players they know are the truly invested, the truly active, and the ones that really pay attention to the Dokkan. You got to look at it from the standpoint of the casual player, the casual global or international version player, as they call it. The casual international player, the casual global player knows, oh, a Dokkan Now is activating. Let me pay attention to it and see what's going on. Oh, so we're getting Broly and Gogeta. This is the first time I'm seeing them. That's hype for them. For those of you that sit there and just all you do is sit on your Twitter grind, sit on your YouTube grind, and pay attention to what every content creator tells you to do, or tells you what to like, and tells you how to act, you're not going to be happy about anything that comes out in the Dokkan Now, unless if it's catered to what you want. But this alone right here is enough of a difference on the global side to show me that they're making a concerted effort to try to appease the lack of merger that they have done so far in the unification. The fact that they are giving a guaranteed featured in 250 stones, and that's not saying you won't get a featured in any of these other multis. You could get a featured in all 6 of these and then get another guaranteed one in the 7th. It's possible. It's quite possible you can get 2 in each. Doesn't matter, but you can get at least 1 featured per multi. It's guaranteed on the 7th. But this alone is the biggest hype thing that they've shown. Yeah, they probably removed the tickets and we probably won't have the Dokkan Festival tickets anymore. But these being here, you maybe actually get the tickets because we still have the tickets we purchased. But either way, this right here shows me that they're making an effort. But the biggest issue that a lot of people are complaining about is this right here. The unification of the campaign. The unification campaign, I'm sorry, for the schedules. They said summer. August is still the summer. Everybody complaining that they didn't specify a date has got to understand that, oh, right here, they're covering it right now. For characters who are released before the unification and are only available in the Japanese version, I'm not putting the voices over. Please understand that to add to the international version, there is going to be some sort of changes that need to be made. Further adjustments may need to be made to the international version, which means, if you pay attention to between the lines here, further adjustments may need to be made. Adjustments doesn't mean that they're changing everything. It doesn't mean that they're going to get a whole banner to themselves. Further adjustments could mean anything from a whole banner, which is loaded with everything, or they could just hand you them on banners that are already existing, like before syncing us up until the unification campaign during the worldwide celebration. It could mean a lot of things. We could get Topo and UI on the same banner. We could get Cellmax in part 3 of this as a standalone summon for legendary coins. Anything can happen. They said they're going to announce more during the 9th anniversary, so everybody throwing a hissy fit and whining and complaining about the way they're handling it, look at it from a development standpoint. If they don't have a final date yet internally, It's because they're still working on it. How can they give you a date? Let's say it drops August 15th, right? Let's say they say, oh, it's going to drop August 15th, but then they have complication issues that they can't fit certain units onto banners, or they throw a unit on a banner, it doesn't sell well like they expected, so they change their mind a little bit, or anything could go wrong. A string of things could physically go wrong and cause them to move the unification back a week, a month, 2 months. Imagine the reaction you players that are whining and complaining are going to be giving when that happens, if that happened. If they give you a date, but it has to get pushed back. Imagine how much complaining and whining you guys are going to be doing then, when that happens. So, until it's fully in the game, stop complaining about it. It's at that point where the complaining is just getting out of hand. You guys aren't getting what you wanted, and you're just throwing a hissy fit about it. They're working on what they can do. I'm not defending Dokkan, because as someone that plays Arc, they're worse than Dokkan in terms of communication and scheduling entirely. What Dokkan is doing here is nothing compared to what the Arc player base has to deal with scheduling. So this is just like a splash in the pan compared to what Arc has to deal with. But for complaining about not getting a final date when it's only maybe a month away, they could push it to the very end of August, so maybe it's less than 60 days away, 30 days away, whatever it may be. It could be 30, could be 60. We have all of the 9th anniversary to keep us occupied. We have all of it. There's a lot of content in the 9th anniversary. There's a lot going on in the 9th anniversary. We got Broly, Gogeta, Beast Gohan, the Gammas, the new Blue Zone, the new Red Zone stages they just announced last night, which granted we knew about. But the biggest thing that I've noticed, and I'm going to go over a little bit here on the reactions on Twitter, is a lot of people are just complaining like this. Like, coming from specific people like this. I'm not going to point any names out because you can see them on screen. But names like this that are actually going out of their way to just stoke the fire and make the player base more irate. This kind of dumb stuff. This makes me laugh. When people like this are out here supposed to be the figureheads of the community and leading in a proper direction, and this is how you are reacting. Like this, and then just like this comment is just absolutely ignorant. They gave you information on the sync. They told you roughly August. They can't give you an ideal date yet because they don't have one. Like, this stuff just blows my mind that people just react like this over the simplest little things, and then you have the figureheads of the community, the big names in the community, just doing what they do to kind of like stoke the flames and try to make everybody even more irate. I don't understand it, but literally it comes down to deal with what you have. We have the 9th anniversary coming. Stop whining. Stop complaining. It's a mobile game. Play the game. Enjoy the game. They're meant to be enjoyed. They're not meant to be throwing hissy fits about. If you're going to complain and whine about it, you've got a lot more issues than just Dokkan, buddy. That's all I gotta say. Is if you're complaining and whining this badly about a game because they don't have a final date for something yet, we got deeper issues to worry about. But 9th anniversary is about 2.5 days away. Let's try to have some fun out of this. This is my last time covering anything in regards to this Dokkan Now special with half of you throwing hissy fits about it. But I'll see you guys next time for hopefully a better video with a lot less whininess and more actual happiness about the 9th anniversary. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys then.